Once told me many years ago that any win in February is big. How big is this one to get against a team directly in front of you in the standings?
You know, I wasn't aware of the standings part of it, but when you've been on a hard stretch like we've been on and been close in so many games, and there was a lot of close moments in this game, and for the girls to execute both defensively and offensively the way we needed to give ourselves a chance to be successful, I'm really proud of their resilience and their fight.
I know it was a little ironic because talking to Navy before the game, they were saying a point of emphasis was rebounding, but early on and then again late, your team had some really big rebounding.
Yeah, we talked a lot about creating some second chance opportunities with some extra effort and second and third effort plays, and I thought Michaela Wilson did a great job of helping us with that. Michaela Andrews also did a really good job on the board. Naomi's always stout on the board, so it's just a collective team effort where we put things together that we needed to today.
Talk a little bit about the freshmen. I know they have great talent, but they're very vocal out there. They were out directing traffic and saying a lot of things in the last few minutes of that game.
It's baptismal by fire, you know, and they're playing lots of minutes and gaining confidence and understanding more and more what you need to do to be successful in the college game. And, you know, Abby has lots of spunk. Claire's more reserved, but she has lots of spunk. Kylie's doing, you know, a good job with her minutes off the bench. So they're definitely giving our team a boost right now.
Thanks so much for the time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And I believe Claire Gallagher is coming our way. Claire, congratulations. I hear you're the reserved one. I don't know if you want to argue that point compared to Abby, but first of all, could you talk about that big shot you had late? You look cool, calm, and collected out there in a big situation.
Yeah, I just try to stay in the moment each game and just keep shooting whether or not my first couple shots go in or not, and it felt good lining it up, and Abby's a great passer, so I know she's always looking for me, and I felt confident going into that shot, so very excited.
I was talking to some of your teammates before the game. It didn't faze them that you only had 8 players available with all these injuries. Could you talk about, does it change your mentality knowing that you're shorthanded, but you got to go out and keep battling?
It does a little bit. I think we've had a little bit of experience with it. Beginning of the season, we had about the same amount of people, and that was also really challenging. So we've faced it before, and so we kind of know what to do. I also think personally, knowing that we only have 4 guards, I know that I'm going to get in the game and I need to step up. So even if I make a couple of mistakes, I need to stay in it because I'm needed. So.
John Leon mentioned during our broadcast, you come from a basketball family. What's the best piece of advice you got from your mom?
I think just shoot or shoot. She always says that. She always says the next one's going in. So I tell that to myself. So.
Well, congratulations on the win. Best of luck the rest of the regular season.
Thank you so much.
Gary and John, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you, and congratulations certainly to our player of the game, Claire Gallagher. I like her mom's advice. Yeah. I told myself that all the time. Let's take a look at the highlights for tonight's ball game. Good win for the Leopards. Here's John.
Yeah, your coaches used to tell me you thought a pass was something that got you in the game for free. Here goes Jennifer Coleman. We talked about her at the opening for good reason, Gary. 19 points in the first half. 19 points, 12 rebounds. Lafayette did a little bit better on her in the second half. Obviously, she got their attention, but she showed you why with the numbers she put up. She is one of the premier players in the entire Patriot League. Lafayette, though, was really, really persistent, especially around the bucket. There you see Michaela Wilson on a pass from Abby Antignoli, one of her 10 assists. And then look at the drive by our Coca-Cola player of the game, Claire Gallagher. And again, we talked about the ability to shoot the ball, makes you a little quicker off the dribble. Not dynamic scoring-wise, but Kayla Drummond gave Tia Damon-Olsen some great minutes off the bench. And then Naomi Gampo didn't score at all, Gary, but boy, her presence in the paint really helped this team. Lafayette dominating the board. And then Claire Gallagher in the second half. Well, what did Mom say? Shooters shoot. And Claire Gallagher, undaunted. And again, I love the fact that she sprinkled in a couple of drives to the bucket. And then Abby Antignoli just seems to know where everybody is. And once a defender goes under a dribble handoff, shooter like Claire Gallagher, well, Mom said it, shooters shoot, and she lit it up tonight for sure.
John and I have seen a lot of basketball. I don't know what the most impressive stat is. 21 for Gallagher. How about 18 rebounds for Michaela Wilson? How about 10 assists for Abby Antignoli? They are all very impressive numbers. Maybe nobody more impressive than Jennifer Coleman. 22 points and 20 rebounds, but only 3 points in the second half. So credit whatever strategy Kia talked about in the locker room. It certainly worked. defensively on Jen Coleman. That's it. Lafayette wins it 58-51. Both teams go to 4-8 in the conference, but Lafayette has now beaten Navy twice. That will help. Lafayette now 8-14, Navy 7-15. And a reminder, Lehigh comes to town on Saturday. John and I will be here for that one. That is a 2 o'clock start. The men will be playing at Lehigh. That is a 12 noon start if you want to join some of that one on ESPN+. That's it. Final score, Lafayette 58, Navy 51. For John, thanks to Chris Michael on the sidelines. Rick Eo has been our director, and to all of you for spending time with us. For all of us, I'm Gary Laubach. Good night, everybody.